just now, so what is the...
So that is
Oh, Steve, I got back
we saved the spot for you.
Anyway, I said my name's on the list, he said, yes it is. He figured out who it was.
I put it on. I told
She's on that scene. Sean's best friend.
Yeah, I've met Lua.
Yeah. So this is the light girl. I had no idea they did this.
They used to do it at the Rex Hotel downtown.
Counting on you to keep pulling me into these places.
I'm gonna scoot in right over there.
That was exciting. I wasn't sure. I was supposed to luckily I didn't.
But get it right now.
Mike, what? We're getting our mics?
Check, no, get it right now.
Get it right, okay.
So I want all this to be celebrated this month.
I know.
You can get it
Ben
there.
brings up a good point. I want to thank you for all coming tonight to our inaugural tea and conversation with song.
Yay!
Yay! And Ben is reminding me because Ben is our next month's tea and conversation. So basically, it'll be a big show like Mutt and Jeff.
Yeah.
Really tall.
Literally.
I'm going to be really sure. And I thought I was taller than Linda, but Christopher, no, everybody says this. Not good? Yeah.
You're just a little tall.
I know.
Little tall.
I wanted to let you know that this is probably my instigation to do this. And the purpose of it was because we have not only think of ourselves, are you changing my mind?
You're okay, keep going.
All right. We think of ourselves, society, as not only educators and also having an art form and having a place where everybody is singing, but we also think of ourselves as curating the form itself. And it seemed to me that we should have a library of individuals, especially in the San Francisco cabaret community, of a library of tapes that we would keep, we would have available, and that they would be available to everyone to listen to and to have. Now that probably comes from way long ago, so many decades ago, when I worked with curating stories from the San Fernando Valley Museum, History Museum. But then we learned about, talked to people that were like Mr. Mulholland, and then the gentleman that brought all the water in LA, his granddaughter. We talked to turkey farmers, etc. So this is much more exciting. I don't think any of you are turkey farmers.
No, I could be.
You could be?
There's flocks of turkeys.
There's flocks of turkeys at Margaret's house. Okay. That's good to know. So anyway, I appreciate Scott and Christopher and Tim for allowing us to go forward with tea and conversation, and also Paula, not me, Paula and Shannon, who are the proprietors of SIP. Some of you may have seen Ryan sing with us. Ryan Doyle, that's Paula's son. He's been performing on stage.
You can buy his new CD right here.
Hot off the press, right there. Hot off the press. And
Now we understand.
I was wondering what the connection.
Yes.
yeah, so now he's in New York, so he's going to New York to study and sing more, but he'll be back because his roots are here. Anyway, so we're excited that we're here. Thank you for being here. And it's sort of like being backstage. Just now, this is even more than San Fernando Valley. I feel like I'm back in like the NBC studios where you all come in. Anybody done that? No. You watch the filming of shows. Yeah. We grew up doing that. Are you the warm up? Yeah. talk, but my mic goes with it. All right, so my guest tonight, my inaugural guest. In case you don't know who it is, I'm going to tell you at the end of this what she's got. So much, I have 2 pages of information. I could. She's a Bistro Award, is that right? Bistro Award winner, a BMI Award for Outstanding Recording, a MAC Award nominee for Female Jazz Vocalist and Best Jazz Recording, and a Members' Choice Award from the Cabaret Hotline Online. She's released 3 CDs, Easy Come, Easy Go, after a 3-year-long research project into the life and the music of John Green. Long Is Your Living, a tribute to the late jazz singer-songwriter Oscar Brown Jr., of which she received a Backstage Magazine's prestigious Bistro Award and the 2 MAC nominations. And Life Is But a Dream, named one of the top 10 CDs of 2003 by Cabaret Hotline. And also praise has been effusive about this artist. Don Heckman of the International Review of Music has said, a cabaret vocalist that brings her skills as an actress to her insightful interpretations of songs, underscored with a fusion of jazz, pop, and folk. He has also called her an amazing Bay Area canary. Doug Boynton of Girl Singer said, wonderfully winsome, undeniably endearing. Woody Wingarden of Marinsco radiated warm humor and reminiscence in an amazingly well-paced concert with dazzling wit. And the Cabaret Hotline Online Sue Matsuki wrote, she's got what you can't buy, charm. And from the San Francisco Bay Times, vivacious songstress with music that was lush, heartfelt, and full of beautiful storytelling. She's appeared in clubs in New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, Seattle, and of course in the San Francisco Bay Area, and we've been lucky enough to have her at Society too. She has her own company, Giselle Music and Design, where she creates designs for CDs as well as marketing materials for performers, as well as teaching performance techniques to singers. And she has graciously shepherded new talent to success. And in fact, the first thing that made my mind start thinking about our guest was listening to Ben Bacot say wonderful things about her backstage and how important she was in his life during one of the shows. See how things happen. And I think that. So we, my partners, Scott, Christopher, Tim, and myself, Paula, are proud to know her as a friend to society and an intricate part of the San Francisco cabaret scene. So please welcome to our stage, Linda Kosut.
That's what this feels like.
You're taller than me. Am I taller than her now?
Sweetheart, give up. You're just a little Paul. L-I-L.
I am. Does anybody else want?
I'm happy to be a jacket.
I should take a chance.
Well, you can redo the mic. You want to take your jacket off?
No.
How come you didn't come?
Because I must be taller than you.
You have longer legs.
I'm used to crawling up.
Is it, echo?
You're getting it.
Fixing it. Thank you for being with us as we stumble through our first meeting. All right, so Linda, I'm glad you're here.
Thank you.
So
for
let's-
inviting me.
Let's start at the beginning. Like I said before, a wonderful place to start. Anybody recognizes a tune? Sing it. Great. How did you start on this musical career? So yes.
I was 5.
You were 5, really?
Yeah, well, anyway,
It's the sound of
no, seriously, my mother and father both played the piano and sang. They were not professional musicians. And I never sang with my mom. My mom was, I guess, a dramatic soprano. My father was a street corner barbershop quartet tenor. And, as my brother would say, the first show I did here in San Francisco, he came up to me and he said, I heard Daddy. Oh, so
in your voice?
in my voice, yeah. Because I'm his. So I used to sit with him at the piano. He would play. I would try to sing. the songs that he grew up with, is from the 20s or older. And most of the time I couldn't sing in the key that he played in because I sang in the same low voice as I do that. And so he couldn't read music. So he just changed keys. Or he'd teach me the harmony. And in our house in the Bronx, when you walked in the front door, there was a hallway. And to the right of the hallway was a proscenium arch into the living room. So when the TV was on in the living room, Linda was standing there in the hallway dancing to the Perry Como singers or the Perry Como dancers. So yeah, fun.
That's okay. So then, what was your first song? Do you remember?
Well, I remember my first song in the 6th grade, which the teacher made me stop singing.
Stop singing.
Well, there were 2 of them, actually. So that made me 12. It was, one was the B-side of something, and it started kind of went like, oh, he asked me on Monday if he could see me Tuesday. I said no. He said Wednesday. I said it couldn't be. Because on Wednesday and Thursday, I couldn't even think of it. My mom called would have a fit. Say it, and I say babysit. Anyway, goes on. And then the other one that the teacher just said, oh, you can't do that is, Mama, look up, boo-boo, they shout. Their mama tell them, shut up your mouth. That is your daddy. Oh no, my daddy can't be ugly, so shut your mouth. I could sing all of it.
Did you continue to sing then? Did you do anything in school? I mean, were you in the choirs or anything, or you just sang at home? You just sang
I was in the choir in junior high school. I joined the choir, and they were learning Christmas carols. Now, I'm Jewish, and I heard the Christmas carols, but I didn't know them. But I knew that I could learn them. And we're in the classroom learning, singing along with the teacher, and I'm reading. And she said, don't you know these songs? I said, no, but I can learn them. She said, don't you go to church? And I said, instead of saying like a shy little quiet girl, I'm Jewish. I said, no, I don't go to church.
Did they let you keep performing?
Yes, because I was apparently good.
They needed the alto? Do you sing alto? You have a good voice.
I'm a tenor.
You're a tenor. You learned from your father. Yeah. So you actually not only learned the songs, you actually learned how to sing tenor. Wow.
I'm a tenor.
She sings in her father's range.
She sings. Did your father ever see you perform on stage?
Yeah, he did in New York at a place called Jason's. It was in a building on West 72nd Street, like on the top floor. It was birthday show when I moved here in 86, so this would have been 82. And that was my first show. And I flew my parents up to Florida, because they were in Florida. My mother tried taping it, but she couldn't let me tape it for her.
So you didn't have a tape?
There may be something.
That's okay. So we skipped to your first show. So let me go back. So what happened? You were singing choirs, choir. And then I understand, then what about at high school? You just did something else?
No, I didn't.
And then you went off to college, and then was
I
in,
stayed home.
you stayed home and went to college, but you didn't study voice. What did you study?
Mathematics. I went back to science and mathematics.
But music is like math, that's what they keep telling me.
It's supposed to be on the same side of the brain. My brother's shy about music, but he can play every ball for really? Yeah, but he sings totally off key. But only because he stopped listening to himself at some point. So he can adjust.
They can play the songs.
He can play.
So then what happened? How did you follow this train of life through music? I mean, how did that start from getting your mathematics?
Well, it was always present for me. There was something that was always there for me. And, I would sing every once in a while at little events, but not being a singer. And I'm trying to think, it was really in the late 70s in New York. I was living in an apartment building on the Upper West Side, and there were two people in that building who had founded the Actors Institute in New York, Dan Fosse and Ellie Ellsworth. And so through them I started taking acting classes. And then Ellie started a class for musical scenes. Scenes for musical pieces, right? And then I did that, and then she evolved into teaching cabaret, the art of cabaret. And I adored this woman. She was a mentor to me. And I did one scene, there was one scene work I did. I played, what's her name? Rizzo?
Okay.
Yeah. And I told the acting teacher, Dina Fosse, I said, well, I've decided I'm not going to act, I just want to sing. He said, Linda, you can do both. I said, no, I'm only going to do one. But I didn't realize how much work it was, and I didn't think I was talented enough. So I would do a little cabaret show, and then I would stop, and I was working full-time.
And mathematics.
In marketing research, I was an analyst. Salesman.
So you're doing that, you were singing, and you were taking your classes.
Taking my classes, I
And they
took
got-
action classes, and I took dance classes at on Broadway, 46th Street.
So you're doing a triple thread.
None of it was scary.
Which is something you enjoy. Is there anything that she told you in that class that you still remember? Was there
Ellie?
Yeah, I mean, I know you
Yeah.
liked her, and you said she was your mentor.
Keep doing it.
Keep doing, oh.
Just keep doing it. Just keep doing it. Because at some point, for me, it was, I didn't think I had talent. Because I thought if you were talented, you wouldn't have to work so hard. Anybody know this thing on it? So, and I didn't have, I just had, I guess, guts, because I kept getting up to sing, because it was something I wanted to do. Honestly, Lou, I was thinking about today, that so I'm going to step back a little bit or forward. In 1999, 2000, Lou and I and Michelle Coleri, who's now in London, created the Kitchenette, to go trio. And they both yelled at me once, because I said something about, oh, I'm terrible, I'm good at the, and both of them attacked me. Do you really think we'd be singing with you if you sucked?
Well, the proof is.
It was an opening.
So just keep doing it, that's good.
Just keep doing it.
Have you told others that too, probably?
Two things. Say thank you when people compliment you.
Um,
And if you want to do it, do it. Just do it. Do your homework. There's homework to do, but everybody has their own kind of homework.
So I'm not sure it's just to find your homework, what you need to do.
Well, what you need to do for some was, I took voice lessons for a while, and I know that there's value for me let's say, to continue doing that, but I don't. I don't know you can't, I was Pamela, I was talking to her about, we'll go up a third. I don't know what that means. I can pick out a melody on a keyboard, on the piano, so when I'm struggling with the melody, I can do that. But I don't really know music. Now, I'm not suggesting you shouldn't know music, because apparently that works for a lot of people. And Ella didn't know music, but I'm not Ella, so
It's no substitute for charm.
Yeah, right. Right, yeah. So you get yourself a really good accompanist,
Yes, that knows you.
and then they would figure it out for you.
So when you were in New York and you were doing some singing, then what brought you out to Did you immediately come to San Francisco, or what was the path there?
The path was, so in 1978, to be a little aside, I did the S training in New York, Werner Earhart the S training, and I became very involved. I was a volunteer, I did everything, and there was an organization that had spun off from it called the Breakthrough Foundation, which were headquartered here, and they had different groups across the country, and primarily in the Breakthrough Foundation there was one of their programs was called the Youth at Risk Program, which was transformational intervention into juvenile delinquency, for which I know nothing. However, I loved the work that they were doing, so I was volunteering in New York, I was fundraising, I was doing all that stuff, and I decided one day I'm going to work for them. So I called up the chief of staff of the Breakthrough Foundation. I said, I'm moving to San Francisco and I'm going to work for the Breakthrough Foundation. He goes, Linda, there's no job. I said, that's okay, I'm still moving. I decided I wanted, and I did get a job before I moved here. So in 1986, I got a job at the Breakthrough Foundation in the Youth at Risk Program, and I moved to San Francisco. Now my brother was already here. He was down in Half Moon Bay. And he said, Linda, it is not cheaper here than in New York. Because I took a job that was a third the salary I was earning in marketing research to work for the Breakthrough Foundation. That's a movement. Did not sing. I moved here in 86 and I didn't sing again until 91.
So that was a long time.
Yeah.
So what was the need that took you back out to see again?
I was with my cousin on a boat on the bay, and there was
The
another
dock in the bay?
No, it wasn't. And there was a gal on the boat who started, and we started singing, we're on the water and everybody's singing, right? And she's mentioned that she was taking voice lessons. I said, from home, and this gal who doesn't live here anymore, she was back in Alaska where she's from. But Peggy was doing voice lessons, so I said, give me your number. And I called her, and I studied with Peggy, and she did concerts with her students, and that got me back. And it was I don't remember when that was, but when I met Lua in 99, she was very connected to the cabaret and open mic community in San Francisco, and she took me by my hand. I remember the first time I went to Martini's by myself, because you couldn't go. By myself. I was terrified. And it was Kelly Park on the piano. I was terrified.
But you made it.
I did.
What did you sing? Do you remember what you sang?
I had, at that point, I had taken some classes with Stephanie Bruce with the jazz school. And Stephanie wrote out 10 charts for me. And that was my book.
That was it. Do you know what your 10 songs were?
One of them wrote in music.
Oh, good. I'm going to hear it later. All right, tell us that.
But yeah, something like Sunday Kind of Love, something cool. Songs that I pulled out of what I knew.
With you already, you brought someone with you. Well, you listen to music, right? You didn't walk away from music completely during your break. You weren't singing, but you listened.
I didn't actually.
You didn't? You really, well, you just really shut the door.
Yeah, it was, I was on a different path.
Yeah. And somehow you opened back. Well, we're glad you all did that. Now, what was this cabaret scene like when you first got here? When this happened? When you're out of the boat and you started singing with Peggy and
Well, I didn't
Lula
know.
was dragging you down.
Well, she was taking me to the ranks at the Swallow.
At the where?
The Swallow.
Okay.
The
Some people
Lush
are not
Lounge.
The what?
The Lush Lounge. None of these exist anymore.
You notice they're all defunct.
What was it, Marlena's? Marlena? And of course Martuni. Because Martuni started around,
Martinis.
but Martuni started around 98 or 99. And at Martuni's there was a woman that we met, Shane Kelly, who's now in the East Coast of London, fabulous singer, and she started the Song of the Month Club. And once a month, at the Song of the Month Club with Barry Lloyd at the piano, People came in and sang 2 songs, at least one that you had never sung before in public. Well, they had to be new. They had to be a new song.
That's a trick. It's gotta be a new song. Did you bring your own music in though? They just wanted you to go up and sing.
No, but you have to bring it on. Bad one's buried in the plant. We're talking about bad boys.
All right, so there was open mic nights, there was, weren't there shows being performed around town or?
Yeah, there was the plush room. There was another plush room. And in 2000, I asked the guy who was making the plush room if I could get a date for my 55th birthday. And he said yes. Couldn't give it to me on my birthday, but I said, okay, as long as it's in the sign of Aries, I'll take it. He gave me a date. And then I panicked. Totally, I said, I can't do a show. I haven't done a show in, 15 years. I can't do this by myself. So I asked Lua, want to share a night with me? And then we met Michelle and said, want to share a night? So we created the Kitchenettes. And we did the show where love and lust burst into songs, and something like Dime was called Dime, love and lust. So, but I was terrified to do something, but I figured if I shared it with 2 other people, I'd get to do a handful of solos, we'd do some duets, we'd do some trios, it would be very fun, and it was great. And that was,
I've always seen, you're talking about camaraderie, that's one thing I see even in the scene now, in cabaret singers, everybody seems to know each other, and they help each other. And you found that to be the same when you were starting out?
yeah, because I didn't really know the cabaret community in New York when I left there. MAC, Manhattan Association of Cabarets, had started the year before I left New York, so it was still very infantile. And again, all the clubs that I did any work in were gone. They're gone now. They're different clubs.
Yeah. So when you did your first show, the Kitchenettes, okay, we first have to ask about your costumes, like, were you looking really good?
We wore boas.
Where
Boas.
Oh, boas, okay. I thought you said boas, so you were wearing
Black velvet skirts and sequin tops. We weren't triplets. But,
yeah, was there boa works? Was there boa choreography?
there was everything choreographed. I'm kidding, everything choreographed.
If we get you off the chair, will you do some?
No.
Who was here?
The only thing I did solo was sit on the piano, which was really, but I had a stool, I had steps. I did Peeling the Curtain.
I remember that. And so you just sat on the piano, you didn't do piano choreography, just checking.
I kind of laid there until I realized I was sliding up again. I had to sit up. I was wearing a velvet skirt.
So how long did it take you to do that first Kitchenette show? And is that the same as what you do now when you try to put together a show that you're performing in on stage now? Or?
What's that?
Yeah, what's the process? Yeah, what did you?
Well, I guess that was very specific. We picked a theme. Well, first we picked the name. Lou and I picked the name of my apartment in the kitchen, because somebody said, sing! So Lou and I started singing, and we said, oh, we're in the kitchen. Somebody said we were the Kitchenettes.
Because we're playing spoons and stuff.
Oh, okay. And somebody, either my sister-in-law or somebody, 2 other people said, no, I named you the Kitchenette. So we don't have to name it.
It was a fight over it.
It was a fight. And then when Michelle went to New York, Lou and I became the Dianettes. We lost a leg. And we did a lot of shows. And then we got a new Kitchenette and we went to Italy. Thanks to Lou for bringing us to Italy. And we did shows in Italy. But after that, around 2005, we started going on solo ways.
And then you did your own show then, or?
I did my first, I started working on with Dave Austin in his studio. I decided I wanted to see what I sound like, not from, being on the stage. So I went to a studio with Barry, and we recorded about my hot list of 10 songs.
From the same folder?
Yeah, so there were some new additions. There were new additions to that.
Okay.
And then Dave played it back for me in the studio. His speakers played it back for me, and I wept. Because my first reaction was, oh, I can do this. And then it was harder after. Once I got that, then it was, oh, I'm flat. Oh, no, I can't. So it took me a year to do the CD. And I had it finished in December of 2002. And I took the master and I shoved it in my desk drawer for another 9 months. Because I thought it was horrible. And then I listened to it and I went, oh, it's not so bad. I can release this.
So what was it like having that recognition when you listen to your voice and you could actually sing? Was it empowering?
It was totally empowering. That's why I cried. It was a moment of that I could do this. It didn't mean that I thought I was great or anything like that, but that I could do this. If I wanted to, I could do this. And right around that time, I met my husband, I met Steve. And by the time, 7 years later, I was living with him 7 years later, and my job had changed a little bit, and I was about ready to ask my boss if I could go down 3 days a week, because I had been at 4 because of the first recession in the late 90s, and he said, no, I want you back full time. And I said, okay, then I quit. And so at 62, I quit, and I collected my Social Security. I took it early, and that was 2002, and that's when I created the CD.
The first CD was after you actually quit. So did you quit because you wanted to do that? I mean, you wanted to go down to less hours, so.
Well, I wanted to go down to less hours. I was enjoying having time off, and I thought to myself, as Ellie had told me, if I didn't do this now, when am I going to do it? And am I going to take this seriously, as serious as I could given my circumstances? And if I put one foot in front of the other, maybe something will happen.
Yeah, yes. I think that's very brave.
I don't know if it was just what I felt like I needed to do. I don't know if it was brave. But I was lucky enough that I had Steve in my life. I was living with him. Of course, when I told him I quit my job, he said, wait a minute, you weren't supposed to do that. I was not expecting you to do that, but he covered my butt.
So the table eventually only had one leg.
Well, single legs.
Single legs. Single
She
legs.
had a leg, I had a leg, and Erica had a leg, Michelle had a leg.
Everybody had their own. That's good.
Everybody had their own leg. Because it was time for each of us to do what the dream was. Our own dream.
You see where that
And see where that took me. And you mentioned that it was I'm trying to remember what came first. I think it was being nominated for the 2 MAC Awards.
Yes.
It was around the same time that I also got the Israel Award. So it was around that time I was doing a particular CD. And at the MAC Awards, when a girlfriend of mine from New York came with me to B.B. King's, where the MAC Awards ceremony is, and it said the 20-something MAC Awards, and as I'm looking at the sign, I'm very sentimental. I burst into tears. Because I don't live in New York. Nobody really knows me there anymore, maybe but a handful of people in that community, and that I was being acknowledged by an organization that had only begun when I left New York. So I felt very, it was just very emotional. And, it was like getting nominated for an Oscar, knowing that's the last one you're going to get. It was also like that. Because I knew I wasn't going to win. they didn't know I was going to be disappointed when I did it. It's very disappointing.
Is it a validation then?
But just been,
Nominated?
yeah. But it's a, they have a strange process, so I would, it's like self-selection.
But you've done a lot to do singing, even when you've gone to school for another career, and you had other jobs, and it seems like it's a validation to your choice to go ahead and try.
Yeah, I mean, I
To go
was
ahead
really,
and
I
see
really
what
felt
happens.
great. And then, I went to New York in February that year, because what you do after you're nominated, a lot of people will perform their shows a number of times so that more people can come, because that's where the voting is, in the Mac body. And so I did my show at the Metropolitan Room, and, which doesn't exist anymore, and that was in 2007. On a Sunday, which turned out to be a Super Bowl Sunday when the New York Giants were in the Super Bowl. And I'm singing my Oscar Brown Jr. show in the middle of the fourth quarter, so there weren't a lot of people in the room. And at the end of the show, this fellow comes up to me, Roy Sanders, who used to write for Backstage, I said, because he had seen my show earlier in the year, and I said, what are you doing here again? He goes, well, I want to tell you something. I couldn't get enough people from the Bistro committee to sing your show, and they weren't going to view the video of the show. So instead, I had them listen to your CD, and they nominated you for a Bistro Award for Best Recording. I mean, that's it. It happened. And so I cried again. And the award ceremony was going to be in April 8th. I don't remember when it was. And he called Steve and he said, how do you're coming with me to New York. I'm getting a Bistro. I'm getting an award. That's wonderful. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, that's right.
That's all my stories.
No, that's what we're doing, we're sharing the stories. They make absolute sense to me. What I wanted to know, maybe, well, there's people here that have already done their own CDs and everything, but what, for posterity, how did you pick the songs in your CD? I mean, how did you decide this was like your CD that you won or you were nominated for? How do you?
Okay, so the first CD was a collection of my greatest hits. It was the first one I did. It was all the songs that I
Your
wrote.
greatest hits, that's
My greatest hits.
We're back in that movie.
The second CD, the one I won the Bistro Award for and was nominated for the Mac Award, was based on the tribute show I did to Oscar Brown Jr. And that came about in a very kind of serendipitous way. Not so much the CD, but the show. It started with the show. It always starts with the show, not necessarily with the CD. So I was looking at...
You're doing a show.
Well, what I was trying to do, I was looking for material to do a show. It was going to be a show kind of, what's the NASA phrase? No. Anyway, basically it was about falling down and getting up again. Basically, I was thinking about that. And I was researching, and I've always liked Oscar Brown Jr. from the time I was a teenager, because my brother used to see him in New York at the clubs. So he had a song called Humdrum Blues, and I was trying to find a copy of it, and I couldn't find a copy. So a lot of what I did would be, well, first I'd look for it. If I can't find it, I'd call the publisher. I contact the publisher. Now, most of the times, publishers tell you to go basically fuck yourself. They're not giving you shit. It's in a book. Go find the book. It's in a 500-page Hal Leonard book. But I called the publisher. I sent an email to the publisher, and also at the same time, I found out that Oscar had one of his children was a singer, Maggie Brown from Chicago. So I wrote to her, and she faxed me the music with a note that said, "What else of my dad's would you like?" I thought I had died really happy.
Yes, right.
Then I get an email from the marketing director of the publishing company who said, "I've got it, and we have most of Oscar's catalog. What other songs would you like?" And I'm like, okay. He said, well, send me your address for the Humdrum Blues, and I'll send it to you. I said, how much do I owe you to the publisher? And he said, you don't owe me anything. I'm the publisher. It's my job to get the music out. And I thought, who are you? I mean, like, really, who are you? How did... So he sends me that, and then he says he's got a lot more music. And my fingers are like this, you know, like somebody spoke through them. And I said, what would you think of a nice Jewish girl from the Bronx doing a tribute show to Oscar Brown Jr., a great Afrocentrist singer-songwriter? And he said Oscar would have loved it because he always wanted his music to be universally received.
So you had to bless.
Yeah, and then he sent me everything he had, copies of everything he had, and discs of shows that Oscar had created. And Maggie sent me more stuff, and then in the process of all of this, I see a name on one of the pieces of music. It was Norman Curtis. And I said, who is Norman Curtis, who co-wrote a lot of songs with Oscar? And I'm researching, and I find a woman in New York, Dr. Elise Curtis, whose husband Norman plays for their Edgar Casey group. So I wrote to her, I said, I'm looking for Norman Curtis, who wrote with Oscar Brown Jr. And he writes back, he goes, it's me! What do you want? So he sends me everything, original, because Oscar couldn't read music, talking about reading music, so Norman transcribed every one of Oscar's, like 100 of Oscar's early songs. And sent the onion skins to the Library of Congress to get them, you know, and he sent me everything. He even sent me the original list of the songs in his handwriting and Oscar's. We're saying what percent Oscar got of that song and royalties and what percent he got. And I felt totally blessed by these people. Who are these people? I called Maggie and I said, look, I know you don't know me, but I'm coming to Chicago for you. I have to meet you. And she said, well, I'm producing one of my father's shows, and this was after he had passed. Come to the show. And it was the Great Nitty Gritty, which is an amazing piece of theater, just amazing. Anyway, so I had these people, so I did a tribute show to Oscar Brown Jr. It started out as 2 sets, it got narrowed down to one that you could do in the Cabaret Club. And I did it at the old Octavia Lounge.
Okay, that's what's nice.
I did it at the Plush Room. I did it. I did it at Pearls, the first iteration, well,
That's when Maggie came.
that's when Maggie came up from Chicago and invited her out. She sang at Pearls. None of those rooms exist. Well, I keep mentioning.
Because of this, it sounds like it was successful.
It was, and so from there, it was like, well, I've done all this homework, I've done all this work, I've got all these fabulous arrangements and the musicians
And their lessons.
and so I can't leave it. We gotta put it to our recording.
To have it for.
No, hopefully to sell it. I sold boxes.
Did you bring some tonight?
I did, I brought it.
Okay.
Not that many.
So, when you're working on these songs individually, do you have like a signature song? I don't want to take away any songs that you have here, but I mean, how do you make a song your own? Do you give any advice?
Well, I think that's what all of us who are singers, that's what we do. We hear a song that we find a song that we like, either the music draws us in, or the lyrics draw you in, or there's a combination of the two. And then I like to learn the song the way it was written before I have anybody change it up. But sometimes you hear things when you're doing it, when you're learning it, and you say, well, this would be good if we did it this way. What if we changed it that way? And then whoever is my accompanist for that, I'll ask them for their input, because they're the musician, I know more, I think, than I do. But,
Do you think?
I mean, for me, the lyric really, for me, a lyric drives my interpretation of the lyric drives making it my own. Because if I get the song, I know what it means to me, or maybe it'll mean something to you if you hear something in the way I've sung it. So it's not like I expect you to have the same feeling I have. You know, but I'll give you an example. There was a song that I can't remember the song now, but there's a jazz saxophone player in New York, Sue Terry, and she wrote this kind of country song, and I got a copy of that song, and I started learning it, and I'm singing it, and I'm singing it, and I'm singing it, and it's very visual, it's got a lot of words, and all of a sudden I'm like thinking of my mother. There's a group of lyrics in there that has nothing to do with my mother, except it was about my mother. I can't tell you what. So then I had to work through the song so I wouldn't cry when I got to that part, because nobody would understand that. You know, but I could draw on an emotion that I have about it, and hopefully somebody else, it would bring something for you in an emotional way.
I understand it completely. It sounds like this comes from some of your acting that you learned originally. No?
No, I think it was just lyrics, those words are so important. You know, that's why when I hear singers when I can't understand the word they're singing, they could be singing the phone book. It doesn't matter to me the quality of their voice if I don't understand the word they're singing of a song.
So you're text driven, you need to have the lyric.
I'm drawn to a lyric or a usually.
Okay. All right, so now,
She's got a list here. She sent me a list.
the list. Well, we're just chatting, so it's okay. So what's it like being an artistic person in this day and age in San Francisco? You don't know?
I mean, I want you guys to create another club. I'm just saying that because there's not that many venues. To do a show as a cabaret show. So we really appreciate all you've done for us, and
We're working on it. We're working on it.
I like it. But what about, so you're lamenting a little bit, not only showrooms, but just that whole scene, or?
well, no, well, for me, it's because of my life right now is very difficult. My husband's not well, and so my focus is on him. And I don't have, other than Lou, everybody knows the word adult, I don't have the adult to create. So I have thoughts about shows I'd like to do, but they require work. So I sing when I'm invited, thank you very much, these days, because I can't, I don't have the bandwidth, to create it. So I don't, other than you closing, and so there's, Feinstein's, but that takes a whole other thing. You can book it, but you gotta fill it.
Yeah.
So,
But you still have you still have these shows you want to do. So
I do.
You do. It's still there. You
I have
just-
lists.
Yeah. You have lists. Aren't they in those books with charts? No.
No, I have lists. I have lists, they go back years. Some of them go back years, some of them are new. One of the very old ones I have that I've never figured out what I'm gonna do with is called Country Bronx.
What is that? Can you tell us a
I
little
have
bit?
no idea, because I ended up liking country music,
Yes.
and so, and I'm from the Bronx, I don't,
I like it. It's a whole new genre.
Country Bronx, that was mine.
Do you have a song that you like? Do you have a country Bronx song that you like? No.
That was just a name.
It's still circulating. It's a show. Okay, well, that's good. The name starts.
There's another one that I was thinking of doing as a series with other singers doing a different one each time. You know, songs of the soundtracks of movies. You know, because some of
Yes.
them are really good. And there's another one called The End.
The end?
Yeah, songs that play under the credits.
Oh,
At the end of the movie. I have found some fabulous songs. You know, and pop, a lot of them are current movies, they're pop singers, but I don't know them. So that's a way for me to, you know, because I watch them at home.
all right, so now I'm gonna have to ask you some of these questions, because I just wanna make sure. Okay. So, do you have a favorite song that you would belt out somewhere? Like if you start singing, is there a song that you would do in the car when you're driving?
No, only if I play. No,
No? You sing along with whatever you're playing?
the truth is in the car these days, I have Sirius radio in my car and it's stuck on MSNBC.
Somehow I believe that.
The only time I play music in my car is when I'm practicing a song that I haven't sung in a long time, like I'm going to do tonight.
Yes. You
So
sing that.
I'll sing along to myself.
We're gonna have to get you a soundtrack to some of the good old songs like There's a New World coming in. We're hoping for the 2018.
All right.
That'll help you. MSNBC. All
I
right.
see 50 days away, only I won't, I don't know everybody's doing.
Could you explain your type of music to us? I asked you to think about explaining your sound in 5 words. Those of us that haven't understood, those you probably all have, but will you explain? Is it, or do you sing that country Bronx even in your regular songs?
Well, I've sung some country songs, mostly folk songs, because I grew up learning folk music and I knew every single song on every Peter, Paul, and Mary album that came out. And Tom Paxton, and these are, you know, going back. You know, so Pete Seeger. I love Bruce Springsteen. I actually recorded a Bruce Springsteen song on my first CD. It was called The Factory, and it was a medley with Craig Cornelius Mason. And Craig Cornelius is a off-Broadway songwriter. And he did a show called, I think it was from Working. I think the Mason was from Working, which was a Spence Turple play that different songwriters wrote different music to different chapters. So that was a medley of The Factory.
So do you have a certain sound?
Do I have a sound?
Yeah.
Do I have a sound?
It's the Linda sound.
Look, they're all.
It's a Linda sound. Thank you, Sherry. Sherry's right. It's a Linda sound. It's my sound, although, you know, many people have said, oh my God, you remind me of Bette Midler, which is okay. I love that. I heard her very first demo. And I fell in love with her. I went, oh, she sings in my range. And that to me is always very appealing. So is Karen Allison, sings in her range.
How'd you hear her demo tape?
Back a long time ago, I had very good friends. He worked for a financial management company that worked with performers. And he said, I was at their house for dinner, and he said, Chet said, listen to this. This woman is a star on the way. And there's Bette on a cassette.
Yeah.
Bette's demo. And then I saw her first show in New York on Broadway, the Clams on the Half Shoulder.
Yeah.
And I sat in the audience for nearly an hour after the show was over. I was just, maybe we have the same range, but she is amazing.
Okay, so now, that member obviously is somebody that you admire. Do you have any other artists that you like to listen to, or?
Well, Peter, Paul, and Mary, Joan Baez, Judy Collins, these are what I do. These are the ones that I love. Whoops. Sorry about that.
You're good?
Okay, that's good. Peter Paul married, who did you say? Joan Baez. And Beth.
Beth, I listened to all her stuff. I liked a lot, I love June Christie. Yeah. Love June Christie. There's another one with a dark sound. The women that had dark sounds I like, but most I really like men. There was Chet Baker. Also a couple of current guys, but I can't think of them.
Do you have a dark sound?
Well, I have, one of the things when I saw, yes, to say, because when my last CD was that I did with my green cell at their house before Wessel passed, I was listening to it. Wessel would be in her room or in the kitchen and listening to me. And every time I'd finished working with Mike, then we had lunch, and she would come out and say, I envy your low notes. Because they were, well, they're my note. I mean, they're
elementary
the high notes are a challenge. I think about them before they come.
What is your favorite process in the creation process? What's your favorite part of creating?
That's a good question. I think it's finding the new, once I have a theme, or thought about it, I start finding the music. But some of those, as I said, have evolved into something else.
The songs themselves are,
No, the theme
the
itself.
themes.
I'll start with the theme, and often it's taken me to a different place, like the
So you-
Oscar Brown Jr. work.
and so you enjoy that
Well, the same thing with the
process.
Johnny Green CD, the last CD, because I did a show at the Plush Room called By Any Other Name. Song titles cannot be copyrighted.
That's it.
So many songs have the same title. So I started, I don't know what had prompted me to that, but I started finding songs, and then Steve was finding songs for me. And I found two songs, Easy Come, Easy Go, one by Johnny Green and Hanan, and one by, I think it was Garth Brooks.
Yeah, there's
And so I put them together, but I didn't know, I'm ignorant a lot about the songwriters, and I didn't know who Johnny Green was, and I said, this is such a great song. Who really wrote it? Because I found it online, and I had it transcribed, and I didn't know. And I found Johnny Green, and he had written Body and Soul, which is still #1 on the jazz charts, 80 plus years after it was written.
wow.
So when I discovered that, I said, well, what else has he written? And I found another 100 songs that he wrote. And then I sat with Greensill over weeks, playing every one of those pieces of sheet music, which Bob Johnson graciously got most of them for me. I don't know how you did it, but you did it. And we narrowed it down to our favorite 30. Which I did at Piedmont Piano Company, just to see how they felt live. And everybody in the audience had a sheet with all the songs on it. Which ones should I put on the CD?
Nice, you had the cute feedback right away. Thanks for that.
And I didn't pay any attention to them. Because you weren't there, were you?
I was.
Well, the reason I say that is because I felt the songs live. And many people said, Linda, don't do Body and Soul, you don't own it. I said, I'm going to. You know, it was like, I can't not do Body and Soul in a Johnny Green CD. I have to. And I have to find a way to do it, to make it my own. So that became a challenge. So sometimes they evolve. They start from one thing and then they evolve to something. Does that answer?
Yeah, that does answer the question. I'm wondering if it's the same as where you draw inspiration from your songs or CDs or cabaret shows. And is it from this research end, or a song grabs you, or it sounds like you take this journey with your music? I mean, is it from the beginning, from the music, the song, or the word or something that leads you to this show?
Often it's been, okay, it's time for me to do something. Time for me to do something, because I'll ask myself, am I done yet? have I finished this musical journey? Because there'll be big, dark, long periods of nothing, and then I take out, the most recent 15 songs, and I'll sing them wherever. Bread and Roses, I sing the same group of songs, at a gig, restaurant gig, which I have on doing particularly.
Why is that?
Because people aren't there to listen.
They're not listening to you now.
It's like, I did singing at the Donatello Hotel for a long time, and it was like singing to a wall. Mostly, you've done that, haven't you?
They're certainly not listening to the text that you care about.
No, and then they'll ask for, and people will ask for songs, and we'll play them, and then they'll walk out, thank you, and the tip jar is sitting there, because he doesn't pay that much. But that's not, we're not in this for the money. Ask my credit cards.
So are there, it sounds like that you may have some more musical journey that you have.
I'm hoping I do because I don't feel done yet, but I haven't figured out how to get that time for myself that's required to, because I can take any of these titles, and then what I'll do is, I may fill songs in the titles that look like, that sounds like a title that should go in that theme, and then maybe something else will evolve. So,
Well, we're certainly glad that you're not done yet. How about singing some songs for us? I can do it. All right, so let's get ready for that. We have to get down off these high stools. She's got Lacey on her.
I hear
Nothing.
no.
There.
There you go.
So before we do this, so this song that I'm going to do is from the Oscar Brown Jr. show, and it's one of the songs that really is one of his signature songs. So we're pulling this up from the depths of the Rolodex. Permit me to introduce myself. The name is Mr. Kicks. I dwell in a dark dominion way down by the river Styx. The devil has sent me here because I'm full of wicked tricks. I'm such a popular fella among all you lunatics. I teach a course in ruination from the devil's text to fools who can't withstand temptation. Step right up your necks. Well, I have from my heart, oh, hell, down along the river Styx. Allow me to introduce myself. The name is Mr. Kicks. When the old wolf starts prowling out among the young lambs howling, don't you know he's looking for kicks? When the young cat full of slapjacks spends his evening tasting fly chicks, 10 to 1 he's looking for kicks. Kicks is always in demand because Kicks is full of fun and laughter. Lots of folks get out of hand, cause it's only Kicks. They're after shady lady and her lover operating undercover. She knows sin and virtue don't mix. Her mama raised her prim and proper. Now my horses couldn't stop her when she's on a man for kicks. Kicks, yeah, looking for kicks. I said kicks, nothing but kicks. Look at Mr. Scott Lacy. Kicks is always in demand. Kicks is full of fun and laughter. Lots of And the name is Mr. Oh, that name is Mr. Kicks. Please stop mentioning. I'm reminded in that song, if you actually read Oscar Brett Jr.'s poetry, which is what he either put to music that he wrote or someone else wrote the music, he uses a lot of, is it soliloquies? I'm Satan's sinful servant, sin.
Sibilance.
No, not
That's
essence.
alliteration.
Alliteration. Thank you, I knew somebody here was an English major.
I was.
What are we doing?
Uh,
Okay. I have to talk about this one.
Yes.
So, in 1968, I went to see the show with the Joseph Papp production of I'm Getting My Act Together and Taking It On the Road, written by Nancy Ford and Gretchen Pryor. I saw that 4 times. I had a bowler jacket, a red bowler jacket, I had a t-shirt, I had it was, I can do that part. Now this is before I was doing it, but I can do that part. I think it was maybe it was 78, 78. Anyway, I learned a lot of songs from that show. And back in New York in 1985, I did my last show in New York, and this song was in it. And then 20 years later, in 2005, I did my first show back in New York after I had left, called My Own Kind of Hat, which was a Merle Haggard song, there's another country. And I kicked it off with this. That phone just keeps on ringing and somebody's at the door. I feel all pulled to pieces, can't find inspiration anymore. There's so many people leaning on me, I'm getting run into the ground. Everybody's wanting something from me, there's not enough for me to go around. So tomorrow I'll hit the road, I'm gonna let loose of this heavy load and fly. Music is my one salvation, singing is my celebration, playing in a rock and roll band is a natural high. Got 1,000 notes to myself, I need a shovel to dig me out. I got a pile of unanswered letters, I forgot what they're about. Somebody wants his supper fixed, somebody wants some love, and there's just no time to write a song to say what I'm dreaming of. So tomorrow I'll hit the road, I'm gonna let loose of this heavy load and fly. Music is my one salvation, singing is my celebration, playing in a rock and roll band is a natural high. All I need is a little room, a place that is fine and free, a room where I can think to myself when no one is needing me. natural high. So you get songs from different places. So my husband has, like 25,000 songs in his iTunes. And so when he was able, he would search for songs that he loved that he wanted me to sing. And he found this next one. And I didn't like it. Well, I didn't like it. It was Olivia Newton-John sang it. It was written by Eric Carmen, and I got to love it. And I sang it for Bob at one of his birthday celebrations. I don't remember when, but that was at the Clutch Room. And Lua and I recorded it with Erica in our second iteration of the Kitchenettes, and I recorded it on my first CD solo with Dave Austin at the piano. So it's had life. It's over, we're just going
next month. Thank you so much for being out here for listening, and thank you for sharing your story, Miss.
You're welcome.
Don't mind?
If you stay where you are, we'll bring you your ticket.
Right up my own.
If you get up, I won't know who to give it to.
Yeah.